First and foremost, thank you, Analyze. If nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know, I do have to give you a brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates and I want you to leave the rest behind. I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't happen to get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you won't get it through somebody else, all right? So be patient with your process. Thank you, babies. Also, as you already know, my voice is too raspy to be whispering, all right? So this is about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume. Now, before we get started, as always, I want to thank you so much in advance for all your love, your likes, your shares, subscribes, your gifts, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too, because I don't always get the pause in the middle of my message to relate it to you, right? Now, chosen ones, also, babies, y'all been being so patient with me as I'm making moves behind the scene, right? So as me showing gratitude towards you throughout your patience, throughout this process, right? I did open up more availability, all right? So that's during the work week. I got more hours available for you. On the weekend, I got some more hours available for you. And it is going to be buy one, get one free for the next day or so, okay? So I'll definitely run it today. I may run it until tomorrow just based upon the time that I post the video, but it's going to be buy one, get one free. So that's for any. Also, I did add new services. So I got a 15-minute phone conversation for those of you who would like to speak on the phone but may not be able to do the full half an hour to an hour, so on and so forth. Also, again, it's buy one, get one free for services. You'll see them, okay? So take advantage of it because it's going to be for today and most likely for tomorrow too. But then once you look and it's no longer there, that means that the sale has ended for you, okay? So just wanted to say that. Now, let's get started. So I'm going to be quick because there is a few things that I had to do. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. There are a few things, okay? So first being chosen ones. Right now, I want you to realize that certain things are playing out. Now, when I say this, it's because you are not to be playing yourself at this point in time. There are certain individuals that you try to include with you, certain people that you wanted to take on a journey with you, right? Now, there's some people that when you encounter these people, they didn't believe in you because they didn't believe in them. They come from a lifetime or a lifestyle where certain things they haven't seen were able to come into manifestation, right? So there's certain people, chosen ones, that you had around you that as much as positive things that you were speaking into your life, they were speaking against you. These are people that couldn't see the vision that you had because they were not equipped to. God did not give them the same glasses as you. You understand me? So when I tell you that your gift is not like anybody else's gift, when I tell you that not everybody has the gift of intuition or discernment, it's true, all right? Some people, chosen ones, don't have that gift. That's a gift that God gave to specific individuals, right? Including you. So there's some of you that are trying to force somebody to see something that they cannot see because they do not have the ability to, right? So this is you telling them that a certain dream or a goal that you have to be mindful, of who you share that information with, because if they don't see it, they're not going to believe it and they're going to speak against it. You need to have people around you who have the ability in the mind frame and mentality to speak certain things into fruition. These are the seed planters in a sense, right? So I tell you, believe in yourself, chosen ones, because right now you're in the middle of your manifestation. Certain things that you were praying for is getting presented. Regardless of how it looks, you need to know where you're at. You understand me? So there's some of you asked for certain love to come through. You feeling like because everything's falling apart about the individuals you were connected to. No, you said that you wanted a specific type of love. You wasn't just out here accepting anything, right? Because you've been there, done that. You experienced things. You had the partner who had finances but didn't have time for you. You had the partner who had time for you but didn't have finances. You had somebody whose love language was this. You had somebody whose love language was that. Now, again, you attract based upon where you're at. So during those time periods, it was necessary for you to run into them because a lot of you, those people held up mirrors to you so you could see certain qualities in you that you've sat there and displayed to other individuals, right? So you asked for love to be provided. You said that you wanted that real love, not that lustful love. You ain't want that love that had limitations to it. You wanted real, genuine love. So guess what? You're going to have to go through certain things in order for you to get it. Now, I say be mindful of the person that you select to have certain experiences, because regardless of who you choose, they have to go through what you went through too in order to be in the same place that you are, okay? So this is, be mindful of the partner that you're selecting, because the person that you're selecting in the beginning is going to be based upon potential. Now, I'm not talking about, what they could possibly get, the tools that they could possibly get, the things that they could no, I'm talking about they already have all the qualities, the characteristics that they need in a sense, but they just need a little guidance on how to use those, right? Now, when I say the person that you meet, you're going to go based upon the potential initially. Why? Because they are not to the fullest of their potential yet. There's certain things that they have yet to experience, and that includes you. So when you met that person, you could have been spiritually aligned. You could have knew a lot of things about your energy at that time. However, you didn't know how to love. You didn't know how to accept love. You didn't know how to embrace love. You didn't know how to allow yourself to be vulnerable. So there's certain things that you was not prepared for when you met that person, and they was going based upon who you could potentially be. Who you could potentially be as far as accepting the love, potentially be as far as embracing the love, allowing them to compliment you, allowing them to do something nice for you, and you not feeling like questioning this individual. Some of you, as far as the potential, you could have had somebody, you could have been a great mother. You could have been a great father, right? You provided for them. But you could have had certain things that you needed to learn, because you could have put the things that you didn't have off on your children, meaning that there's certain things that you was working hard for that they didn't even want. You sat there and provided it for them because that's what you wanted as a child. So that means that you need to make sure that you are fulfilling yourself, so that you're not pouring off on other people, bleeding off on other people, or having other people have to appease you. You understand? Now, with me saying this, chosen ones, and again, it seems like it's being rushed, but I promise you it's all going to come together, all right? I'm going to go on live, if not later this evening, tomorrow as well, all right? So right now, as far as the person that you meet are not going to be perfect. Again, if you love somebody specifically and you want to work out things with them, it's a nice possibility that you're going to have to distance yourself from them in order for them to learn their lessons, so they can be who they need to be for you. And I gave you this example in the past, chosen ones, that as far as some of you, your main journey and lesson in life is for you to embrace you, love on you, because throughout lifetimes you haven't had that. So for up until this point, you've been stepped on, you've been used, you've been abused, you've been neglected, you've been abandoned. Nobody catered to you, nobody loved to you, nobody showed attention towards you, nobody encouraged you. So guess what? You had to sit there and become that for yourself. If you're saying that things that you're missing within you is people loving on you, acknowledging you, pouring into you, then that means that you have the ability to see what you can do to fulfill that within you, right? So this means that you getting confidence instead of having to require somebody to give you compliments. This is you being confident in your ability to be independent, so that you're not dependent on the person who comes in. This is you having the ability to provide certain things for yourself, rather than expecting this person to do those things for you. So some of you chosen ones, you ask for love and you may have distanced yourself from this person, or this person may have distanced themselves from you. I'm telling you that it's not all the way over. Some of you had past people that you're about to be realigned with. Some of you can try to act like you hate them or you wish the worst for them, but it's based upon what you was feeling from them, right? Had they played the position that you needed, or had they loved you at that time, then you wouldn't be feeling what you're feeling, right? So therefore, this is God saying, okay, you said that you wanted that person, but you said that person, you couldn't stick with them, not because you didn't love them, not because you didn't want them, but because there was a few things missing. So God had you and that person cross paths just so that you can see, okay, you felt that connection and that spark with them. However, you also had to distance yourself because there were still required lessons, right? So you came together, you developed a spark, and then you guys disconnected. But you guys always still been attached, because even if y'all haven't been together, you still been in contact from time to time. Some of y'all still chilling with them, some of you still communicating with them, or it's an in and out type of process, right? Now, I say that you have to be honest with you, because a lot of you will say that you hate these individuals individuals, but if that was the case, you would not allow them to come in and out of your life like that, right? So that's either you have a dependency on them, or whether or not that's an unfinished business that you have with them. So some of you chosen ones, there's people from your past that you attempted to be with, you loved everything about them. This could have been somebody that you like, and I can speak on behalf of myself, where you're like, dang, had I met this person back then, or when you met them, you was instantly attracted to them, you liked their looks, you liked how they smell, they look, whatever the case may be, right? You really felt connected to them, but they had immature ways. They could have been a player, they could have been scared of commitment, they could have been scared to make certain final decisions, whatever the case may be. Now I say this, chosen ones, because now is the time you guys departed. So during that time, you were dependent on them. You didn't have your confidence. You sat there and was self-conscious. You felt like, and the absence of them, they was out here doing other shit. You needed to get yourself together and not be so dependent on this person, because there's a lot of you forget about you when somebody comes into your life. You stop doing the things that you want to do. So before they come, you focus on your business. Now that they're around, you not. Now all of a sudden, before they come, you focused on you, pouring into you. Now that they here, you're not. So therefore, God is telling you, no, you had to still remember you. You have to balance out between the two. So therefore, your lesson was to get on your shit. And that came in the form of that person leaving you, because so that you had to find your sense of independence. This could have came in the form of that person stopped helping you pay bills, so that you went out there and applied for a job and got on your shit. Remember who you were. This could have been in the form of this person, again, leaving you, so that you needed to remember you, so that you started to do certain things for you. Now with me saying this, chosen ones, again, lessons are being learned. This person could have refused to be in a solid commitment. They could have refused to make certain ultimate decisions. You could have required or requested them to make certain moves, and they chose not to. So when they got disconnected from you, God had them align with another individual that, one, had similarities to you, so it triggered their memory of you. Not only that, that same person ended up requiring them to do the same thing that you wanted them to, and now they're realizing, well, shit, if they needed to do it regardless, then they would have wanted to do it for you instead. So now guess what? They sat there and became that better person. Yes, it may have been with another person, but they did that so that they can come back to you and be the best versions of them. Now, again, that's not, that sounds like a using energy, but you have to realize, chosen ones, everybody gets used in one way, shape, or form to provide a lesson or a blessing to somebody else. So sometimes you'll be the person who gets left. So where you have an option, and you may have met that person in the middle of their breakup with another person, and they truly wasn't over them. It was a temporary season of them leaving so that they could find other things and realize of what they had. So there's seasons where, yes, the person may have went back to their ex, but that ex may have been a better person for them than you were at that time. You may not have wanted to hear that, but now that you actually see them next to each other, you see them like, matter of fact, that looks better for you. So they could have went back to their child's mother or their child's father, and you could see, again, at that time, you could have felt sad, like they left you and all of that, but at the same time, no, that pushed you in a direction you were supposed to be headed in, and that's that person's season of finally seeing things clearly and being with the person that they're supposed to be with. Then guess what? Next position comes to you, where you're going to be put in a position where you have to choose. Are you going to choose this person, the old, or are you going to choose this person that's new? You have to choose the partner that you want to experience life with. So a lot of you want to choose your partner based upon what they have at that time. You can't do that, right? Because this person could have a lot of money, but when it comes down to it, they're not going to care about you, be there for you. They're not going to really make you happy. They're not going to extend your life. They're not going to do certain positive things, but they could be able to provide. That's about it. The other person chose the ones where you're like, damn, I would have chose this person had they sat there and had ambition. I would have chose this person. The only thing I ain't like about them, it was the fact that they ain't want to work. So now that they sat there and learned the lessons that they need to do, now they're sitting there working like they're supposed to do, and now you two have the ability to work it out. You understand? So certain things are starting to play out now, where you're going to see, regardless of who it is, you're going to get what you're going to get, and you're going to have to learn what you're going to have to learn, but everybody has a position in it. So again, don't take offense if somebody, you align with somebody, you thinking this is your boo, and then all of a sudden they go back to the individual that they was talking to. It's okay. That's that season, right? But you have to get excited because you know that you're getting closer to the person that you're supposed to be with. Now, not only that, chosen ones, Now, I say this because also there's some of you that are doubting you based upon where you're at. You have to realize that you did the actual work. You are building from your building a new foundation in a sense. So therefore, chosen ones, know that when people try to doubt you and say how, oh, well, how are you able to help this person but you can't help you? How you going to help this person get $1 million but you ain't doing it for you? So on and so forth. Now, listen, again, I can say that pertaining to me. There's so many people that God tells me, tell them, go play these numbers. They played the numbers. They didn't hit. They was able to buy these cars, all of this stuff. I tell them, go make this direction. They got this event. So whatever the case, promotion, right? Now, one could say, well, why you ain't coming up with $1 million lottery numbers for you? That's not what I'm supposed to do, right? See, I say this, chosen ones, because some of you, you're not exactly where you're supposed to be, because if you get to where you're going to, you're not going to be able to help the individuals that you were helping. Now, what do I mean? It's not a negative thing. It's almost like getting everybody else out the way before you go and have to go do what you have to do. So it's almost like, does anybody else need anything before I start getting dressed? Does anybody else need something before I start focusing on myself? Does anybody else need something before I do this or do that, right? So right now, chosen one, certain people may feel like you're not making moves, but you're speaking life into them. So half the things that they see and coming into fruition is coming into fruition because you're speaking life into them. You understand? So you better remember the position that you play, but at the same time that you speaking into them, you better speak upon you too. You understand? But chosen ones, I do have to get up off here because I do have a few coaching sessions to do, plus a few other things, right? But babies, remember, buy one get one free for all of my site right now. Links in the bio. I added more dates as far as during the week. It's first come first serve, as well as on the weekend, first come first serve, right? Y'all been so patient with me and I appreciate you. I'm gonna make sure I'm pushing lives, even if it's a little short video, just so that we can tap in. Okay, now I will have a longer live tomorrow, especially on the weekends, but I'll be posting my videos on YouTube. I love you. If you need me, you know how to reach me. Okay, be great.